Hi, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to my channel. I'm doing another kind of day in the life of a freelancer today. Because it's summer holidays, my days are looking slightly different because I'm doing my sewing classes. So today is Monday the 10th, so I've got my normal freelance work to do and I've got all my classes and I've still got all my other day-to-day bits and pieces, so I thought I would bring you along for today. And I have rather unfortunately remembered that I've run out of coffee, which is not great on a Monday morning. But I'm going to get myself ready, get my daughter ready and take her to nursery and then be on my working day, as it were. I'm trying to be really strict with my working days because I've got childcare for 3 days of the week. I'm trying to cram in as much as possible on those 3 days, which is why today is going to be so busy. Because on Thursdays and Fridays, I don't want to have to be dipping in and out of work mode, sending emails, doing active work whilst I've got my daughter. I'd rather be present for those days and focus on doing things with her. So I'm trying to be really, really busy and keep lots of things going on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to fill them up as much as possible to try and recoup my employed income that I had previously without having to work those Thursday and Friday days. A little bit easier than some holidays because I've got these extra classes on some of the days. Once some holidays are finished, I'm then going to have a gap again like I did in my previous day in the life. I've got like a bit of freelance, but then I've got a bit of spare time. I haven't filled up my hours for those 3 days. So it'll be back to the drawing board of trying to fill those out. But it is 7:45. I really need to be leaving to take my daughter to nursery now. I've just dropped a little one off at nursery. I'm running a bit behind now, but being freelance means I don't actually have a start time, which is nice. And I've got to drive across to my first client. If you saw from my previous video, there was a road closure last time, causing a lot of traffic chaos. That still exists. The road is still closed a month later. But at summer holidays there's not so much school traffic, so hopefully it'll be a quick zip through. I'm at my client's house because it's private property that we work on. I won't be filming any office content or anything like that, I'm afraid. But it will depend on how much work I've got today as to how many hours I do. It does kind of ebb and flow here. Some days I'll only do a couple of hours, other days I'll do 5. So I'm aiming for 4, but it could be less depending on what's coming over the weekend. I am back from my first client's bit of work. I managed to do about 4 hours 15 minutes, which is great, and I feel like I made some progress today. There had been some suggestions that I'd brought up when I first started, because when you're new to something, you're a fresh pair of eyes looking at their processes and questioning things, and may have ruffled a couple of feathers because I have suggested changing the process that other people are used to doing. But I like to streamline things, and luckily the owner of the company was really up for it and has said you've got the go ahead to put those in place, so that's nice. We'll just see how the rest of the team react to that later this week. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm home. I've now got 45 minutes until my sewing class. I've just noticed as well, I've had to park all the way up the street from my house because Southern Water are digging up the pavement outside my house, so that's fun. So I'm gonna walk back, try and shove some lunch in my mouth, and possibly go to the local Every shop and post off some lovely packages from orders that people made over the weekend. Hopefully you can't hear the noise that's going on literally directly outside my front door. They're pumping water all over the river, all over the road. God knows what they're doing. Anyway, I had some really lovely orders over the weekend. I'm very, very grateful to everybody who purchased, anyone that looked at the website, anyone that showed support over the weekend. That was great. It was wonderful. Made me feel a lot better about my failed market the weekend before. Anyway, orders that didn't include candles or large quantities of honey, I am sending out today in these packages. So this is what I need to dash off to the Every shop to send off. I also need to grab some milk and bananas for my daughter because we are out of those, and she suddenly decided that she really likes bananas, which is great because it's, you know, a fruit. So I need to get some of those and then dash back and then dash to the class, hopefully with plenty of time to spare. I have dropped off the packages and I have secured the milk and the bananas, so my daughter will be very happy. I've got about 5 minutes to spare to get home, grab a drink, and then get in the car again and make my way to the class, which would be good. The class it's a private class today, so it's in somebody's house, so I won't be filming in there either, I'm afraid. But on Wednesday I have a public class in a sewing studio, which is great. So I'll hope to take a bit of content of the studio because it is a really nice space. Although Wednesday it's meant to be like 32 degrees. As I was literally about to leave, I had a text through from Southern Water saying that basically we won't be able to access water later. So I'm now trying to fill up some bottles of water very, very quickly before the lesson, because I don't want to come back home later with my daughter and not be able to access water. It's really fun. Southern Water are not my favourite people at the moment because they keep pumping waste into the rivers, which is delightful, and instead of fixing the infrastructure, they're hiking our bills. I'm not going to get political on here, but I am going to be running late now because I've got to fill up stuff with water. I am back from the sewing class. It's now 4:09, so quite good timing. So I'm going to pop in and I need to do a bit of other freelance work, see if any emails have come in, and do a little bit of prep work before collecting my daughter. And then at 6 I have a call with a couple of friends. So we are looking to set up a business together. We've been working on different ideas. We all pitched different ideas. And we're going to attempt these different ideas, but as a trio, which I think is quite nice because it's nice to bounce ideas off of each other and not always do everything on your own. My idea has been picked as the first idea to try. It's a product, because my background is in product businesses more than service-based businesses. So we're working on that at the moment. Nothing's going to be launched or released until next year. When it is, I will, of course, let you all know. But it's work in progress. We've got our update meeting this evening. We have this every 2 weeks where we run through all the different work that everybody's done. So everyone leaves with kind of tasks to do from each meeting. We do those over the 2 weeks, ready to review it at the next meeting, and throughout the 2 weeks as well we've got our WhatsApp chat where we ping ideas and things like that. So this week I did some work, last week sorry, I did some work on some branding ideas and created some imagery, looked at fonts, colours, all that type of thing. I've pinged that over, got a little bit of feedback from them, so we're going to run through that in some more finer details. And I think the guys have been working on a digital version of this product. And so they've been doing the back end of that. They're much more techie than I am, and it's all like app based and everything else, which is just over my head. So it'd be good to have that catch up today as well at 6. I haven't got masses of work to do for my second client this afternoon. I'm waiting on emails. I do their bi-monthly newsletter, which goes out to all their customers and clients. And I am chasing up lots of teams for their content I can then add into the newsletter. So I'm waiting basically for team members to send me that information. So there's not a great deal on that I can do this afternoon. So what I'm going to do instead is update tracking information on the orders I sent out earlier, make a list of the candles that I need to pour for the other orders that still need to go out. I've also got some lace that needs to be sent out as well to a customer because I actually got an Etsy order over the weekend. So little bits and pieces. I've currently got about 45 minutes before I need to go and collect my daughter. So plenty of little things to do, but not much on the kind of freelancing side of things. It is 5:15 and I'm now walking to collect my daughter. I was going to drive, but Southern Water have blocked off part of the road and it means I won't get a parking space when I come back, so we're walking. So after picking my daughter up, it's all rush, 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 rush. So I've brought her back. I then had my meeting with my friends, which went really, really well. We're actually going to have an in-person meeting next Monday, which is great because the two guys haven't actually met each other in person yet. I was the person that introduced the two. So that'd be really nice and really productive as well. I'm now cooking dinner, or microwaving dinner from leftovers from yesterday. It is 7:15. So microwaving leftovers. It is 9:15. So I'm going to use the last 45 minutes or so to work on a knitting project that I'm doing. I'm trying to create my own pattern for a scarf. And if the scarf goes well, then I might try to publish the pattern online. So I'm working on that at the moment. And I also need to cut out some more cat bookmarks because I have another class on Wednesday. And I've obviously got to replace the cats that we used up today in today's class. So that's great. Yeah, very, very busy day. I'm going to aim to go to bed at 10 because I've got to do the whole thing again tomorrow. I haven't got a class tomorrow, but I do have more freelance work tomorrow. So another busy one, but that is another day in the life freelancer videos. I hope you've enjoyed it.